Hello everyone, Arctic here, providing a product review for the eDimensional Audio FX 5+1 headset. You can find this on eDimensional's website for $79.95. Today we're going to talk about the design and durability of the headset, sound quality, pros and cons, and who should buy this particular headset. So the Audio FX headset, 5+1 headset was kind of a collaboration effort between Ben Heck. I'm sure you guys have seen some of his Xbox or PS3 mods where he turns them into laptops. That guy, and eDimensional. It's the successor again to the Audio FX headset. You can find my written review on reflection.com. We're going to hop right into the design of this thing. It is very flexible on the top band. It's a circummural headset. It goes over the ear. It's oval. It's oval over the ear cup headset. The headset itself is made of like a hard plastic. It's plastic here on the outside cup, and it's also plastic here on the. This is a hard plastic on the headbands. Adjustable tracks. There's a single mic on the left ear. It is not detachable. It is a swivel. It turns almost 360 degrees. So if you don't want the mic, you can just turn it up and then upwards and then put it on your head. There is also LED lighting on the outside of this headset. So when you hear sound, it'll appear on the outsides of this. So people that are standing by you or sitting by you, they will be able to see visually that you are hearing sound. There's also an inline audio controller. It also has an LED lighting here. It changes colors between like a light greenish color to a red. It also has volume control there. You can turn it either up or down, and it has force feedback, so you can turn that on or off. Kind of like the rumble controllers, but except it's in the earphones. Sound quality is okay, not great. I would say it's average at best and bad at worst. It uses a USB input, so it goes right into like a PC, Mac. It does not support Mac OS. From what I've seen, it does support Linux, but I don't know if it works well with the Mac OS. We've tested it on our MacBook Pro, had some issues. It comes with a software install driver, so you can use that to see if it'll work. Again, we had some problems with the Mac. We also ran the Mac in Windows. I tested this on Windows XP, Windows 7, and Windows Vista. So each one had their different issues. There were some issues that I had. Again, for instance, when I plug it in and I try to use the volume control, it would be either too loud, or when I turned it all the way down and get down to 1 bar, it'd still be kind of loud, and I try to turn it down to the lowest setting possible, and then it would go mute. So even with the inline audio, I had trouble getting a correct sound bearing that I could use. One of the things that I did like about it was that the bass is very good, and the force feedback technology is something that I've never really experienced before. If there was like an explosion on screen, or for music, if the bass was really loud, these shake, giving you that rumble feel that you oftentimes have with like an Xbox 360 controller, PS3 controller, the DualShocks. So it's a cool feature rather to have in a headset. Not used to that. To kind of touch a little bit more on the bass, I felt like it was very good at times, but if you turn up the volume too loud, the bass would drown out a lot of other sounds. So if you were trying to hear footsteps, the bass for like an explosion would drown out footsteps. So it was kind of irritating to try to play, like, say for instance, Call of Duty or Battlefield on the PC. Just because of everything that's going on, it was very, very hard to distinguish sounds. So even if I turned up the volume, the bass was just too overbearing. But again, it does have very good bass, probably some of the best I've ever heard. But because the bass is so overbearing, it's hard to really get a foothold for some of the higher pitched sounds. So pros and cons of this headset, I felt like for the pros, it is very good for the price point. It's like I said, it's $79.95. The plug and play, it's only USB, so you can plug it right in and it'll work right away. It does have a software driver if you have any issues, like we did with the Mac. But like I said, you can just plug and play. There's only one wire. Pretty good for keeping your area clean. Force feedback, it was very unique, and if I was in Explosion or when I was listening to music, I felt like it was just a different experience. Having your head kind of rumble back and forth, it was kind of cool. So kudos for that. This is kind of dated, so the cons, I didn't really like the color scheme of it. Seems like an antique model, like my grandmother's furniture. Didn't really like that. If you turn the volume up too loud, the bass, although good, would overwhelm the other sounds. So footsteps were hard to hear. The inline volume control needed to be a little bit better. If you're looking for an entry-level headset, the Audio FX headset might be something that you'd be interested in. It's fairly simple to use. Again, it's just plug and play. The sound quality is not the best. It's okay for the price, but there are some better headsets out there for this in this price range. So if you're thinking about getting an entry-level headset, it's something to consider. The force feedback technology is pretty good, but you have some better options that you can spend your money with for $80 on a PC headset. It's a decent headset overall. Audio FX 5+1. This is Arctic. Deuces.